So the ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X is here. And man, if you didn't know, it comes with 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Premium, which Whitson, there's a lot of a lot of people don't understand how many games are actually on premium.
Well, yeah, and what games, right? So okay, so to start, just like the previous Ally devices, guys, you get 3 months of free games. Free games as soon as you start your device. So that is don't make sure you don't miss that deal. Because that's like $45 of value right there, which basically means you can knock $45 off the price tag of this because literally everyone can take it, almost everyone can take advantage of this, right? If you aren't a Game Pass user, you can take advantage of it. There's no reason not to get 3 months of free games. You'll easily get that $45 of value out of it by playing just a couple games.
Mhm.
And if you got it, anyone can get through a couple games in 3 months, right? If you are already a subscriber to Game Pass, you can still get it. It will stack with your existing subscription. This is not just for new subscribers. You see that sometimes. That is not the case here. As long as the offer is available in your region, I should say that, then everyone is eligible. We posted about this on social media like yesterday or 2 days ago, and I saw a couple questions that I wanted to address before we dive in. Oh my gosh, the cat! I thought that was a pillow. I saw someone asking what happens if I have Game Pass Ultimate. How does that work if the offer is for premium? What happens is that Xbox will convert those 3 months of premium to the equivalent length of Ultimate, which I think is like 2 months ish. The other question that I saw was, what about those of us who bought the Xbox Ally on day one? Can we get this deal too? The answer is yes. This is not a new promotion. We happened to post about it on social media yesterday, and we're talking about it today. But it's actually been there since launch. It's not a new thing. So if you already have an Xbox Ally that you bought, just tap the notification bell. Oh, actually, you can see it right here. Little notification bell in the corner of your Xbox app. If you tap that, the offer should be in your list of notifications. Then you can just grab that and redeem it. So, due to popular demand, next week, if all goes well, I want to tease this again before we get in. We will hopefully be doing a live teardown stream of the ROG Xbox Ally. I don't know what you've been scheduling it, Jake. It's probably I think it's at a different time than usual.
Thursday night, about 6 hours after our normal time slot. So the same
Okay.
day, but about 6 hours later than usual. So it's
So
9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So that's rough for our friends in Europe, and I apologize, but we are going to be joined by Sasha, who hasn't been on the show in a very long time. He's at our headquarters in Taiwan, and that's like 10 a.m. for him. So this is like the best we could do to accommodate at least North American viewers. But the VOD will be there for you. And he actually did the original teardown, if I'm not mistaken, of the OG Ally. So this will be kind of a nice little tribute to that.
So our usual viewers in Europe, if you miss it, will be able to watch it after the fact. It'll be on YouTube and all that stuff. But since that's not happening until next week, I thought we could just have a chill stream where we talk about our favorite games on Game Pass Premium, since it seemed appropriate for a post-launch discussion. And like you said, a lot of people are asking, what games are actually in that list of 200 plus games? Because if you're deciding if you want to subscribe, you got to know what games it actually has.
Right. We were actually kind of just talking about this on the train in Taiwan. And it's like, well, we looked at the list. It's like, whoa, premium is actually insane. There's so many good things. So
there's good stuff on there. And so one thing that you can do if you want to look through this yourself, there is actually a page on Xbox's website. And I'm going to pop this in chat, and it'll be in the video description as well. Boom. Boom. That gives you the whole library, and you can search the different tiers. You can click on the left side. You can filter by Ultimate, see what games are in Ultimate. You can filter by Premium, see what games are in Premium. You can filter by platform. So if you check the PC or Xbox Play Anywhere boxes, you'll see which games are playable locally on the Ally. If you uncheck those boxes, you'll see the full list of games in Xbox Game Pass Premium, which some of those you'll be able to stream to the Ally, or you can remote play from your Xbox. So check the box that's relevant to you as you're hunting to see what's playable and how. I see some questions in chat that are not related to this particular topic, but I will get to these after the main topic. As we always do, guys, if you watch live, there's a much longer show. We answer all kinds of questions about all of our products, not just the ones in the main topic for that day. Jake, start us off. What is one of your Xbox Ally Game Pass picks?
I mean, we gotta start with Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I think on the pre Xbox Ally, I played more of this game on the Ally X than any other game. And I think this is a phenomenal choice just because it's so fun. It's got the flavor of Deep Rock Galactic, which is hilarious, right? Who doesn't love these dwarves? And it plays great on both the Ally
The
and the
dialogue
Ally
is
X.
funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this plays well on both Allies. I have actually, this is the game that I've been playing a ton lately. I was playing this like on the plane home from Taiwan and all this stuff. It is probably my favorite survivor like that I've played yet. Um, there's one thing I love about this game, which is that it makes me feel like a greedy dwarf miner with all of the different gems and stuff you can mine. Dude, I have almost died so many times being like, okay, I can just get this gold. I can get this gold. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, they just did such a brilliant thing combining like that, Vampire Survivors kind of format, the survivor format with the mining, right? The fact that there's terrain and
Yes.
upgrades with the mining and then upgrades to be able to get through different stones. Then it's not just move speed. It's not just
It's not just a skin.
right.
It's not like just a survivor skin.
Oh,
like
not even
it
close.
feels like Deep Rock Galactic
Yes.
in a survivor playstyle.
But also just like the gameplay loop where you're collecting these gems and stuff, and those are basically used for upgrades for your actual like continual growth of your characters throughout the game. It all just works so well. Also, it's probably the most polished survivor game, period. Like in terms of budget and quality, I think it's probably
Might be right about that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look at it; it's beautiful.
I know. I do like it. And so yeah, this is the game that I am currently playing after I finished Expedition 33. It's fun. Oh yeah, and I should have mentioned all the games we're going to talk about today are either handheld optimized or marked as mostly compatible for the Ally. And most of the ones that are marked mostly compatible are just like because you need to enter text with the on-screen keyboard.
Yeah.
Or like the text is a little bit small, and some people may have to make the text bigger. I have never felt like I needed to make the text bigger on any games, but I've got my glasses, so.
Nice.
Dave Miss Prime says Deep Rock Galactic Survivor needs multiplayer. Spread the word.
You're right.
I mean, I actually, I'm sure the regular Deep Rock Galactic also plays well on the Ally, and you could totally play multiplayer with that.
I think it's so interesting how many people want multiplayer in those games. Like, I get it, right? But I also mostly play those games while on an airplane or something. But like, people said the same thing in chat. Like, does Bullocks have multiplayer? It's like, huh. I mean, I could see the appeal.
I don't know if are there any guys, answer us in chat. Are there any survivor games that have multiplayer? Because I am curious what that would look like.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you just can have two people running around the same map at once, and you could just have bigger hordes of enemies. And that would be pretty cool. An opening for a game dev.
They're adding co-op to.
Vampire Survivors does. Okay, that's what that's that. I haven't played Vampire Survivors in a while because then I just started playing all of the different.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of the DLCs because they're like $2 each, but I haven't played in a minute myself.
I kind of want to play the Castlevania one just because I'm a big Castlevania fan. I saw that a Castlevania DLC came out for Vampire Survivors, also available on Game Pass Premium. I think you can play that on the Ally. So, all right,
I believe so. I didn't put it on the list because it's so. Everybody has it already, right?
I mean, or yeah, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor was the newest survivor on Game Pass, so it made sense to bring that one up. Hollow Knight, obvious choice.
Yep,
obvious choice.
I mean, I've
actually not played it.
I've started it, and
as someone who loves Castlevania, it's weird that I haven't played this game.
Yeah, this is on my my winter list of games that I want to play. And I've played just a little bit of it, and it's got so much charm and so much character. Many people call this to be the definitive Metroidvania, which is insane, right? This is
I've heard that too.
Like the game. And I mean, in the world we live in today, there's so many games that come out every single year. When you look at a 2D game like this, a 2D platformer, Metroidvania, whatever you want to call it, it's hard to stand out. It's hard to really define your game and but gosh, I mean, just look at this trailer. There's so much character. Look at those.
I love the aesthetic, but one of the things I hear from people a lot too is that the art is deceptively simple for how deep the lore is. It's got this almost Dark Souls-esque mystery and story to it, which is
I'm not
really
even just
cool.
talking about art style though. You're looking at the enemies. You're looking at everything here, the combat, the boss battles, all of it is really, really, really well done.
I love the backgrounds. I love the way they're like layered and blurred to give it that really cool like 3D effect.
Yeah.
It says yes, he says traditional 2D animation, but then when you layer it with all that other stuff,
You
it
bring it to
looks a
life.
lot more modern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, this is Udico today. I always forget how to say your name. Says they really took their time making it, and it shows. Well said. Okay, Jake, I know this next one is yours too, so I'm gonna let you take it.
Okay.
And then a couple after that are gonna be. I've not played this one either, but I know this is a big one for you.
Yeah, so Hogwarts Legacy is a game that when the Ally very first came out, it was like, okay, it was all right. It was all right. LAX came out, a little bit more VRAM to juice it up, ran pretty well. But the Xbox Ally X, this game is such a flawless gaming experience, and it's so cool to be able to play a game with this much fidelity, this much depth to it, on a handheld, right? Like it truly feels amazing to me, and especially with how good
Uh,
it looks.
I mean, this is another one where they clearly took their time making it, not just in terms of developing the actual game, but in like Harry Potter has been around since we were kids,
Mhm.
like many
Early
many years, and
2000s.
we never had a game like this that like really put you in the world and expanded on the lore in quite
So
this
you said
way.
you
And
never
they
played
really
it?
waited until it was like, no, I haven't.
Yeah, it's just like you go into
People were waiting decades for a game like this
right.
set in that world,
Exactly. But
and they waited until the right time to do it.
they did it justice and then some. It's just the amount of creatures, the amount of individual assets. You walk around the town where you can buy the wand and you can go to the different shops. They've got the candy store. They've got all these different things. They've got secret passageways that go from the school to the candy shop that are canon in the books and mentioned in these different situations, and all these little bits and pieces, they're all brought to life. And yeah, I enjoyed the game a lot. I thought it was very well done. They brought that whole world to life, and I hope we get another one personally.
It's been so successful. I'd be surprised if we didn't. VS Mooch says Hogwarts. He says he's playing it on his White Ally. Dude,
It's playing on the White Ally. Cool. I haven't tested it yet, but
awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Okay. This next one, this is the game that I wish I'd had a handheld when it came out. Because not only is it one of the best games I've ever played. Oh my gosh. So Hades, I actually discovered on Game Pass. And there are a few games, and I'll mention some others as we get through this. First of all, I was not interested in this game when it first came out because I did not understand how amazing the roguelite genre was. Like people described it to me, and the way that it was described, I was like, that sounds terrible. You just die all the time? Like that sounds really frustrating. That's what I try not to do in video games. Not realizing that the gameplay loop is so addictive and rewarding and like and now of course it's so huge and it's like one of my favorite genres. So I finally played Hades because this is one of the values of Game Pass. I didn't have to buy it, even though like if you can play games that aren't in genres you would usually play and discover games or entire genres that you actually love but just never wanted to like put the money in to try out, right? So last time Hades was on Game Pass, I tried it out, immediately fell in love with it. Wish that I had had a handheld at the time because a game like this, not every run is going to be like, I'm trying to make it to the next boss. Like sometimes you're like, you know what? I got 15 minutes. I just want to like farm some currency,
Mhm.
right? Or something like
Or
that.
try a
And
weird
that's like,
build. Like,
or yeah, try a weird build and see if it like does better for you, but you're not taking it super, super seriously. That's perfect for like pick up and play kind of action, right? And so I like whenever I played Hades, I was like, man, I wish I had like some sort of handheld to play this on. I would sometimes stream it to my phone with Game Pass, and that worked pretty well. But like, dude, being able to play this on the Ally in between some of the bigger sessions on my TV would be awesome. And it is back on Game Pass. So if you have not played Hades yet, I know you've already heard a million people tell you that it's a 10 out of 10 game, but let me tell you, guys, it's a 10 out of 10 game. Do it.
I still got to play Hades too, man. Like I played a little bit
That's
of
next on. It's literally next on my
yeah,
list.
I've played a fair bit actually of the early access, but I just need to start over. Clean slate, go in, empty because I feel like I played it like 2 years ago. Um,
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little while.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Is the ally coming to
okay, this
Target?
next
Unlikely, but
no, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't I don't believe it's currently a Target, but I can't tell you what retailers it may or may not come to in the future.
yeah.
Um, Especially I know the white one is not exclusive to any particular retailer here in the
Oh, that's true.
US. It's at a bunch of different retailers, so like who knows? Maybe.
Who knows? We don't. There it is. Earth 2151.
This might be one of my favorite franchises to have been reborn in the last few years. Doom and Doom Eternal were like kind of some of the surprise hits of the decade for me. I am not usually into like the ultraviolet gory like, but this game is so freaking it's
Yeah, but
probably my
you love
favorite
metal.
shooter ever. I do love metal.
So
That was the soundtrack to this game is incredible. And but like even like the glory kills where you like rip the dude's heads off are so satisfying the way that they're implemented. And the combat is so strategic, even though it's really fast paced. And if you watch someone play, it just seems like chaos. The developers call it combat chess, where like you have all of these different weapons and tools at your disposal, and you're not just firing them randomly. You are learning which ones work best against which different enemies and like kind of switching them on the fly and using the tools as efficiently as possible to get rid of the swarm of different demons that are coming your way. And you have to do it. You have to think really, really fast because it's a very fast-paced shooter. Easily my favorite shooter, probably of all time. Doom Eternal, I
You know
think.
what? For a very long time, I said in terms of at least narrative shooters, because I would almost put like multiplayer and like single player shooters in
Oh,
different
sure.
categories.
Yeah,
Halo
I would too.
really was just like uncontested for me until these games, and especially Doom: The Dark Ages. I was playing in one
Doom
of
the Dark Ages was
the
awesome.
second to the hardest difficulty. I didn't play on the hardest. I think I would have loved it if I had more time, but I just had more fun playing that game than anything else this year. When it comes to just raw gameplay, number one for me, easily.
I think it's up there. I think Expedition 33 was my number one, but Dark Ages was probably a very close second. And I loved that Doom the Dark Ages it did a really good job of keeping the same feel as Doom and Doom Eternal, but still changing up the gameplay and the weapons and stuff enough to make it feel
Yeah.
different. They just really, really nailed it, I thought. Now, Doom the Dark Ages is not on Game Pass Premium yet. It is on Ultimate. That's one of the differences between those two tiers. If you want day one games, Ultimate will provide that for you. But Game Pass Premium will get a lot of those games in year one, they say. So for me, that's fine because I tend to be a patient gamer most of the time.
There's so many
I
games too.
generally because I always have a backlog
That's
of stuff.
what we've been talking about this whole stream. Oh yeah, this game's next on my list.
Right?
Like,
Half of this is a backlog, so I'm usually willing to wait, especially because like then by the time I play, it'll have some patches, maybe some more content. The performance might have been improved.
yeah,
So like,
very true, very true.
Doom is one of those few games where I'm like, yes, day one, but most things I'm willing to wait. So if you have not kind of dived into the Doom series, even if you don't think it's for you, like it is, I loved the really fast strategy of it, and it is now one of my favorite gaming
Like
franchises.
I said, not my game of the year, but gameplay of the year. Game is
I see what you mean.
insanely fun.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
Combat, execution, fun level of just the engaging gameplay.
Yes.
Number one for me. But
I don't know if I've had as much like just straight, pure, unadulterated fun
it's
as when I
exhilarating, man.
first started playing Doom 2016, and I was just going like this the whole time.
Yeah, it's a clencher.
I was just like, oh my god.
All right. Next on the list.
I don't know what's next. I'm not looking at the
I
list.
streamed Control
Oh, it's the good
a
one.
few years ago now. Must have been about 3 years ago. And I had no idea what I was getting into, and I loved it. And now I'm so plugged into this universe with games like Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2 being in the same universe. Control is it's just so interesting and it's super fun. Again, she's got these psychic powers, throwing objects at your enemies, gunplay. It's a fun one. If you haven't played it, it's also just like one of those like really weird, thought-provoking stories.
It is.
And for a long time, actually, when I very first started working here, I guess like 5 years ago now, this was our game that we used to showcase effects in games, things like ray tracing and like
Oh yeah, it was one of the
reflections,
first like
puddles.
DLSS
Yeah.
games.
This was
Yeah.
like our demo game that we constantly came back to and showed off for like basically showcase features, especially with like you said, all those new technologies. So yeah, to play this on a handheld is wild.
I know, and it's just a very unique game. In a lot of ways, like it's got that kind of mind bending story, but the gameplay is also, I don't know how to describe it. It's like just the
Look at that.
psychic powers. Yeah, I know,
Like
right? The
it's
psychic
just
powers
so
are just,
interesting.
but it's not too. It's like the psychic powers aren't too tight, right? Like they're just flimsy enough that you feel like you
You're
don't
just
have full
whipping
control
objects
over it the
around.
way you
Yeah,
would
yeah,
with
yeah.
like yeah, yeah. It's like it's really cool in that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a fun one. Agreed. I've not played this next one, so I'm gonna let you go for it.
Yeah, I haven't either. And this is actually a game that I downloaded for my flight, and I never ended up picking it up because I just got too absorbed with Ball X Pit and all the TV I watched and stuff. Played way. But it's, after Expedition 33, which again, a lot of people, you and me definitely included, had not played a turn-based RPG in a very long time. And Expedition
No.
33 pulled me back in, right? I grew up
Yep.
playing turn-based RPGs, everything from Final Fantasy to Skies of Arcadia, you name it. I played it, the Tales of series. And Metaphor is one of those classic Japanese RPGs that's supposed to just be incredible. That's here on Game Pass Premium. Again, I haven't played it myself yet, but you can just look at it. It's got the quality, it's got the story, but I think this is like 100-hour game. This is one of those games that just keeps on giving, where there is just immense amount of content to get. But if that's your jam, definitely check it out.
When did this game come out?
Only 22, 23. It's fairly new, I
okay.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, in my head, it was newer, even newer than that, and I was like, I was getting confused for a
I
second.
want to say it's
Okay.
23. That would be my guess, but
That makes sense. All right. Moving back to Survivor likes. Another Survivor like that just everything about this game just appeals to me. The aesthetic, the name.
I don't know if I
Do
had
we
a
have a- do we
trailer
have a-
for this one.
Oh, you didn't have a trailer for this? Okay. Well,
I found
spoiler
one.
alert,
I just didn't have
the
it
game's
queued up.
Brotato.
Yeah.
This is like, it's very different from like Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, which is like a very
Super
almost like
polished.
next gen
Yeah.
Survivor like game. This one
Oh my
is
gosh, they've
just-
added a lot of content. I played this game when it
Oh,
when
yeah,
it,
they
when it
have.
first released. So it was like the first game I played outside of Vampire Survivor, right? I feel like it came out pretty quickly and I bought it immediately. I played it a bunch. They have added a lot of content to this game because I don't recognize half these weapons.
Oh yeah, they added a bunch of stuff. This one I feel like trying to distinguish it from other Survivor likes. Like I feel like Brotato moves a little bit faster than a lot of other ones do. Maybe it's just a feeling thing than an actual speed thing. But also it's just silly. I mean, look at that face. Look at that
Oh, look at that
crazy
mustache.
psychopathic potato.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. Very funny.
This one has co-op. Okay, well there you go.
Wow,
So if someone was looking for a co-op Survivor,
there you go.
the code today says that one has co-op. Didn't know that. I only played it. Oh, it's local multiplayer though. But you can still do that on your Ally. Jake, you got your dock there. You can hook the Ally up to your TV, connect a bunch of external controllers. I know that there are people that like to use it that way. We sell a dock built for just such an occasion. That is the ROG Bulwark dock, available for the ROG Xbox Ally X, ROG Xbox Ally, and the older ROG Ally models too. Yeah.
That's true. Or I mean, technically, you could use it with a laptop or something too. It's just a USB-C input, right?
Oh yeah.
You could use it with all kinds of things.
It's just that stand was
right. So
made with the ROG Ally and with like the ROG phone in mind.
Right.
Like if you want to just like prop up your phone and watch stuff on it at your desk or whatever, you can do that.
That is an option. So,
or play with a controller.
It fits, the Ally, the Xbox Ally, all perfectly. It's designed for all of them, so they all sit nicely on it. Cool.
Yep.
Kind of just rolling through some other games here. That was the PlayStation logo. Bad me. Anyways, no, we're just looking at these trailers on various platforms. Here is
the YouTubes,
the Resident Evil 2 remake. And if you don't like spooky games,
I'm not generally a horror guy, but I've also, again, look, I said that about Hades, that I
That's true.
wasn't a roguelike guy. I said that about Doom. I said it about Forza Horizon 5, which we're going to talk about in a bit. And those are like 3 of my favorite games of all time. So
Yeah.
maybe I should play Resident Evil, and it'll probably be one of my favorite games of all time.
This one in particular is really, 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 really good.
Resident Evil 2 is like widely considered the best one, right? That's like the classic.
A lot of people like
Resident Evil game,
4.
like-
A lot of people like 4. A lot of people
Okay.
like 2. I think they're very different games. I have not played the 4 remake yet, although I think I saw it on sale for $20, so I should pick that up. But yeah, I mean, this game it blew my mind. It's just so very good, and yeah, it'd be great on a handheld. I played a lot of Silent Hill F on the handheld, which is not on Game Pass. I just happened to play that, and it's just, it's got a similar gameplay loop, where it just works great in that format.
Nothing like playing a horror game on your Ally in the dark and
Happy
just like looking
Halloween,
around, and
yo.
then
Yeah.
jump scare. Okay. This next one's you too, and then the last 3 I will talk all about.
So when the Ally first dropped, I was like, I think I got it early. I got it in June, I guess like 4 years ago. Was it that long ago when I first got my unit? No,
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Well, no, sorry. It was like 2.5 years ago from today.
Yeah,
Because we got it in the spring of 2023 was when the first Ally came out.
And that was a Diablo 4 beta weekend. And let me tell you,
oh, that's right.
I couldn't have asked for better timing, because I've always been a Blizzard fanboy. I've always liked Blizzard games, and the fact that I could just, Diablo 4 was actually made with controller in mind, which is not true for, say, Diablo 3, because there's a whole rolling mechanic with the triggers, and it all just feels so natural. It just works so well with a controller. And Diablo 4 and actually all Blizzard games are included in Game Pass Premium. I would say that, an RTS like StarCraft and Warcraft wouldn't necessarily translate well to that gaming experience, but Overwatch and Diablo do. So that being said, if you had something like the Bulwark dock, or even just a HDMI to USB-C cable, you could easily play those games with your Ally or PC. And enjoy StarCraft 2.
That's true.
Warcraft
We're focusing
3.
on the Ally today, but this is Game Pass Premium. It works on PC, Xbox, all sorts of different any streamable device that you have that is compatible with Xbox, right? Like your TV or whatever, really applies to all of them.
For sure. So, enjoy them. They're all there. Even the classics. The Blizzard Arcade is all there.
I know, which is pretty cool. They even got a bunch of like the really, really classic Activision games. Like it's I think the title in Game Pass is called Retro Classics or something. It's basically like all the super old like Activision games from Atari and stuff. Because Activision was a big publisher back in those days, made some of the best games on those really, really old platforms. And yeah, they're on Game Pass now, which is cool. All right. This next one, again, a genre I had not played really. And literally the first day I got Game Pass, which was actually at my old job, I got it for work. And I was like, I'm just going to download some games I don't already own because, hey, I've got like hundreds of games at my disposal now. Let's get weird. And I downloaded Forza Horizon 4, actually, it was at the time. And I was like, I don't really play racing games, but like, I guess let's see what the fuss is about. Cars are cool. And now this is the game that I go back to in between every other game I play. Like, this is one of my all-time favorite games that I just keep on playing. And it runs beautifully on every Ally we have ever made. From I was going to say from the white one to the black one to the other white one to the other black one.
Z1E, and on.
Yeah, the Z2A on this runs it great. The X runs it great. You can like really crank up the graphic settings and stuff on it. Actually, what's cool, again, because the efficiency gains on the Z2E, it runs like in performance mode on this, even with all of my graphic settings turned up at like 1080p 60. It's awesome. Freaking love this. And I cannot wait for Forza Horizon 6 set in Japan. It's going to be awesome.
Wait, really? I missed that announcement.
Yeah, they teased it, whatever the last big Xbox event, which like everyone has been clamoring for like a Tokyo-based Forza Horizon game for the last generation or two, and they're finally doing it. And the community is
so it's the greater Tokyo area. Okay.
Cool. I think it's going to be the way that Horizon usually works is that they will take they don't do like a straight one-to-one map. Like it's not just going to be
I
Tokyo.
see.
They will
So
take a country and do kind of some of the different biomes in that country and put it all on one map. So the current Mexico map has like a desert area, it has a jungle area, it has a city area,
okay,
and it's just so it's not like really based off one
I'll
specific
play this.
location. It's kind of a yeah, so there's I'm sure you're going to have some rural Japan in there too that
Right,
you can drive through.
like Gunma Prefecture is pretty famous for like downhill drifting, right? So a lot of mountain passes, hairpin
Yeah.
turns, that kind of stuff. That'll be a lot of fun.
So
Cool.
they do a really good job of like kind of researching the location and trying to encompass
Oh,
everything from
okay.
Mexico or the UK or
I'm
whatever
sold.
into this one map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you and I can play it when it comes out.
Hell yeah. Celeste. Pizza.
This is another one of those games that like I know you've all heard everyone say that this is an amazing game. You don't need me to sit here and tell you again that this is an amazing game, except if you haven't played it, I'm going to come kick you in the shins because just listen to us. It's amazing. I you know what? I am at fault too because I didn't play this game until like this year. Again,
Oh,
because it's on Game
and you're
Pass, and
threatening
I'm
me?
like, you know what? But again, like I was like, oh, I guess Celeste seems cool, but everyone's always talking about it. But like, I just didn't have a. I wasn't gonna go buy it just because I had other games in my backlog, and then one day I was like, yeah, it's on Game Pass, let's play it, and it's so freaking good. It is one of those really kind of fast paced but really precise tactical platformers where you have to like boom, 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 hit things in a certain way to like get through. And the cycle time is really quick. So when you die, you just respawn like instantly and try again. Um, and so, you know, it might take me like 50 times to get through a specific portion of a level or whatever, but it's so fun and really rewarding when you do. And then there's a lot of collectibles and stuff too. If you want to do like hard mode is go back and try and get all the collectibles and make it through.
Do you ever have a Celeste pizza? Frozen pizza? $1 frozen section?
I've not heard of that. No.
Oh man. Classic. I haven't had one in like 10 or 20 years, but
The chat is you guys are cracking me up right now. Last game. Have you ever played these?
no.
The Middle Earth games? So I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. It's like my favorite movie of all time, right? And I don't remember how I ended up playing this one day, but
Is this the one with like a bounty system where like if the orcs get stronger?
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. So yes,
I
it's
did
well, it's
play
called the
this.
nemesis system, and
Yeah,
it's
that guy.
not like so much a bounty as it is like if you fight an orc chieftain or whatever, and
Mhm.
they beat you, they move up in the rank of the orc army, and they get harder. And there's this weird psychological thing that happens to you where when you lose to an orc, you want to go back to that specific orc because they're all dynamically generated and specific to your playthrough. You want to go back to that orc so badly and beat his ass into the ground, but every time they beat you, they get harder, and so it gets harder to beat that. And like you have to like fight against this instinct to just keep going back and dying and like go level up or fight some other orcs, and then you can like gain intel on what their weaknesses might be through fighting other orcs on the map and things like that. And in this one, you build like your own orc army by taking over their brains to like take the fight to Mordor.
Amazing.
It's the combat has often been compared to things like the Arkham games, or now we have Spider-Man, again very similar, where like the Y button prompt will show up when someone's about to hit you so you can block or
Mm.
parry or whatever. It's not like you know, the combat isn't super like precise and stressful and like perfectionist the way that like something like Dark Souls is. It's very much just like kind of a really fun button masher brawler. And this is one of those few games that I have gone back to and replayed just because I love the general gameplay loop so much. It's just again, like we were talking about earlier, like just pure fun.
Yeah.
And it is on now, it's on Game Pass Premium. So there you go. If you haven't played Shadow of War, like I played the first one but then never made it to the second one for a long time. The second one is in a lot of ways better than the first one, in my opinion. It ups the ante in a lot of ways, but keeps a lot of the stuff that made the first one good. Sorry, my phone's making noise. So okay, we're now like 40 minutes into this show. We gotta stop it there. We got other stuff to cover in the rest of the live show. Honestly, this list was hard to narrow down because there are more good games on Game Pass Premium than we could fit into a list.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had to cut some out.
Cut a lot
I didn't
out.
even talk about like I know, and I didn't even talk about all the like kid-friendly games there are because like I got kids now, and I don't want to buy games for my kids. Like we'll just fire up Game Pass and be like, what's on here? Lego Star Wars, awesome. My son and I played through all of the Lego Star Wars, the whole Skywalker saga thing. My son and I just played Shredder's Revenge, Jake, which you and I played on this stream when it first came out. That is still, I love that game so much. We're playing Minecraft Dungeons right now, which is actually really fun. It's kind of like a kid-friendly intro version to like a Diablo style game.
Yep.
And we're really enjoying that. So like, yeah, there's just so much good stuff on Game Pass Premium. So guys, check the link in the video description that I popped down there earlier. That is a great way to kind of see what is available in the different tiers. I've seen a lot of people asking about that. There's a very easy way to search, filter the library to kind of see what's available to you if you're deciding what tier to go with. But honestly, when my ultimate subscription is up, I may stick with premium. Premium has got most of the stuff that I want. And it's a good price. And I am at the point in my life where I cannot give up the ability to just try out a game that I might not otherwise like, because that has introduced me, as I talked about here. We didn't even talk about Expedition 33 because it's not on premium, but that's my game of the year. And I wasn't going to play it because like you said, like turn-based JRPGs wasn't a genre that I generally dabbled in. So I can think of 5 games that are straight 10 out of 10, some of my top games of all time that I only played because they were available to me on Game Pass, and I wasn't ready to take the risk of buying them when I didn't know I liked the genre. That's the value of Game Pass that I can't give up.
Well said.
Personally. Anyway, that's our main topic for today, guys. As always, this is just part of our show. If you want to see the full ROG Pulse stream, you can tune in live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. We do giveaways. We talk about games. Even when we're not talking about games, we do all kinds of other stuff. You can see Jake stream games here with all of his ROG gear. So follow and subscribe right here on the ROG Twitch and YouTube channels to check it out.